In section 4.7, we're going to look at the least common multiple. So let's define these terms. A multiple of a number is a number bigger than or equal to the number itself that divides evenly. So it's like all the numbers that a given number goes into. So for example, if I wanted to say the multiples of 5, all the multiples of 5 are 5. 5 goes into 10, it goes into 15, and 20, and so on and so on. Okay, so multiples are the number itself and numbers bigger than it that the given number, like the 5 here, would go into evenly. And a common multiple is a number that is a multiple of 2 or more numbers. Okay, and the least common multiple is the smallest number that all numbers go into evenly. So let's try some of that. So pause the video and fill in those definitions before we move on to some examples. So, first thing, we're going to find the least common multiple, and we're going to do it 2 different ways. First way, we're going to list out all the multiples, or a bunch of multiples. You can't list all of the multiples because they'll go on forever. You can always make numbers bigger. So the multiples that we're going to list of 6, you always want to start with the number itself. So 6. 6 times 2 is 12. 6 times 3 is 18. Another one is 24. Then 30 and 36. Now let's take a look at the number 9. Start with 9. 9 times 2 is 18. 9 times 3 is 27. 9 times 4 is 36. So what are our common multiples? What numbers showed up in both? So 18 is a common multiple, and so is 36. That showed up in both. And there's going to be more, but we want to find the least common multiple. And the least one out of these 2, the smallest one, is 18. So we can also do this by prime factorizations. So 6, if I wanted to break that up, 6 would be 2 times 3. 2 appears once. 9 is 3 times 3. 3 appears the most often here. It appears twice. Okay, now they're giving us a third number here. So 15 is 3 times 5. 5 appears once. So we're not going to circle a 3 again. Okay, because it says here, write the prime factorization for 6, 9, and 15. Okay, we did that. Then circle each different factor where it appears the greatest number of times. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. So 2 appears once, and that's the most it appears. I'm going to circle that. 3 appears twice. And then I've already got the 3's here, so I don't need to put those again, but 5 appears. So now everybody that I circled is going to get written out. 2, 3, 3, and 5, and you multiply these numbers together. 2 times 3 is 6, 6 times 3 is 18, and 18 times 5, 0, carry the 4, is 90. So that means the least common multiple of all of these numbers is 90. Okay, so using the prime factorization method is just a way that you don't have to list out all the multiples until you find a common multiple. Because getting all the way up to 90 for a number like 6 is going to take a while. So this is just a shorter way to get there. Alright, so fill that in. Pause the video if you need to before moving on. Okay, so now we're just going to have you try these quick checks. We're going to have you do it 2 ways. First way, in quick check 1, you're going to list all the multiples of 10 and 12, and then tell me which one is the least common multiple. For B, you're going to do the same thing. List them for 7, list them for 10, and then see what the least common multiple is. And for quick check 2, they want you to try using the prime factorizations to find the least common multiple of 6, 8, and 12. So look back at the examples to model for your quick checks and try these problems, and we'll check your work in class.